my channel. I hope you're all having an awesome day. I'm so excited to be filming today's video because this is probably the last time I'm going to be filming while pregnant. Hopefully. So today's video is going to be my second and third trimester recap video. I haven't done one of these since my first trimester recap video, and that was like a pretty long one. I kind of went into depth with that one. Today's video, I'm going to keep it a little bit more basic. My second and third trimesters weren't super exciting, but I have heard from you guys that you would like to hear what I've been up to. I did take a little bit of a hiatus from YouTube during my second trimester just because I was so busy. So I figured that it would be good to make a video and just kind of update you guys on what those trimesters were like and how I was feeling, some of my symptoms, what we did, all that good stuff. Before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name's Olivia and I'm so excited to have you here. I really appreciate you stopping by and clicking on this video. I'm just excited to share this journey with you, even though it's almost over for me. And if you like this recap video, I would love if you subscribed, gave this video a thumbs up, all that good stuff so that I can continue to grow my little YouTube family. I love doing this for you guys. Okay, so to give you a little bit of background, tomorrow I will be 40 weeks pregnant. Tomorrow's my due date, which is kind of crazy. My doctors actually pushed my due date back. And by the time you guys are seeing this, I don't know if I'll be like a few days overdue or if I'll already have the baby or whatever that may be. I don't know. I'll leave you an update in the comments down below. But as I'm filming this, it's May 4th, which is the day before my due date. So my due date was May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, which is also my dog's birthday. Happy birthday, Cal. But the doctors actually pushed my due date back to May 8th, which is super frustrating. So technically I'm not 40 weeks pregnant by the doctor's book, but by my book, I'm still going by the 5th because I feel like I'm there and I want credit for those couple extra days. They pushed it back because at my very first ultrasound when I was 7 weeks pregnant, they pushed it to May 8th because I was measuring like a little small, I think. And so since then, I've had ultrasound techs tell me that I was measuring for the 5th, but they just won't change it in their system. And now that I'm 40 weeks pregnant, they are going by the very first ultrasound, which I think is so stupid because, and if you know why they do that, let me know. Because in my mind, I'm like, I've grown so much since 7 weeks along. Shouldn't you go by what I'm weighing and growing and all that and measuring right now versus 7 weeks? Like, that's crazy. So if you know why they do that, let me know. But I am like going on a tangent. Anyway, so I'm almost at my due date, whatever my due date is. So if you want to check out my first trimester recap video, I'll have that down below for you. I will warn you, it's really long because I was newly pregnant and I just wanted to share like everything. I like first came out and told you guys I was pregnant, and then I filmed my recap video right after that, and I just wanted to like talk nonstop about it. Today's video is going to be a little bit more efficient, I promise you. I will also have all of my other pregnancy videos linked down below for you as well too. So during my second trimester, I have all my notes in my phone because if I do not write it down, I will forget it because pregnancy brain is so real. But so during my second trimester, the very first thing I noticed was round ligament pain. And I actually had no idea what round ligament pain was. I don't know why. I just like went into this pregnancy kind of blindly. I didn't know a whole lot about pregnancy. I didn't know a whole lot about the symptoms. And so when I started getting those like sharp stabbing pains, it really freaked me out. So I actually went to the doctor for an additional appointment. And he checked it out and was just like, yeah, it's round ligament pain. And I got that pretty steadily throughout my second trimester. Even up until till the end of my second trimester, I was getting round ligament pain. Although it was the worst around like 14 to 18 weeks was probably when it was the worst. And it was like, I would get up and have like a stabbing pain in my side. And that's what it was. It was the actual ligaments on the side of where the baby was growing. It's like if you move too quickly, the baby will push or those ligaments will actually like stretch and it gives you pain. And so that's the first thing I noticed. If you've gotten that, let me know, or if you haven't gotten it, let me know. Because I know not everybody gets it, but I totally did. Another thing I noticed about my second trimester is that I was surprised I never got hit with that like burst of energy that people talk about. Like, I feel like during the first trimester, you're so tired, you're so exhausted. Everybody keeps telling you like, oh, at the second trimester, you'll get hit with this sudden burst of energy. You'll be so energetic. And I never got that. I just felt normal. And I think like the way people set me up, I expected to feel as if I like drank a Red Bull or something, like, and have that nesting, like crazy energy phase, which I actually did get towards the end of my 3rd trimester. I'm kind of in that now. But during my 2nd trimester, I never got a burst of energy. I just felt more normal. And so you end up having more energy because you're not so, you know, sick. And I never got morning sickness either, but you're not so sick, you're not so fatigued. And so you do have more energy. But yeah, for some reason I expected to get like a burst of Red Bull Monster energy, and yeah, never got that. But I did feel good. I have been very, very blessed throughout my pregnancy that I've had a smooth pregnancy, and I'll warn you about that now. Like I have round ligament pain and a couple other things I'll talk about in this video, but other than that, like I have gotten really lucky and I've been really blessed. It's been a great experience so far. Even now, about to be 40 weeks pregnant, I still am enjoying it, and I know I'll miss it as soon as it's over. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that's gonna like tell you like, oh, I hated pregnancy and it's okay to hate it. And it is okay to hate it. It totally is. But I'm one of those annoying people that loved it. So just to let you know, everybody's so different, but for me, it's been a really good experience. So just want to put that out there. I'm not lying. I'm not like trying to be like, oh my God, I love pregnancy, but I really have liked it. So just want to warn you about that. One of the things I noticed during the 2nd trimester that like really got to me was the overwhelming amount of advice you get. You always hear that like when you're pregnant, prepare to get advice and prepare to have people comment on your body and prepare to, you know, have people comment on your size, and holy shoot, you get so much of it. Like, and I am somebody, I've learned throughout pregnancy, I'm somebody who I don't like advice to begin with. Like, I know it's so stubborn, it's so stupid. Like, I wish I was more graceful about it, but, you know, my mom will give me advice all the time, and I'm always like, I know, Mom, I don't need it. And I should just like shut my mouth and take it. But I'm somebody who I just feel like I don't love getting advice from people on how to handle things unless I ask for it, which I know is stupid, it's selfish. But when you're pregnant, you get so much advice, and it like really beat me down at a point. Like, you know, you're so hormonal, you can be upset to begin with, and your hormones, I feel like in the 2nd trimester go nuts because they're finally in your body, like you have that energy back, you're starting to get bigger. I don't know what it is, but during my 2nd and early 3rd trimesters, I was so hormonal and so like just upset a lot. Like I don't know, it was just like I was really sensitive, and I got so much advice to the point where it's like I would cry if somebody commented and said like, you should get this type of baby wipe. And it is crazy because like people have so many opinions during pregnancy. Like there's a certain kind of baby wipe you should buy. There's a certain kind of diaper you should buy. There's a certain kind of this you should buy. Like you can't, I felt like I couldn't do everything right. And I kind of feel like that's almost why I stepped back from YouTube a little bit, was because I was so sensitive. Like I was not in the right headspace to put out a video and potentially get a mean comment. And now I can put out a video and I do get hate on here, and I'm just like, whatever, like whatever, keep it coming. But during that time period, I just was like, I'm not like strong enough for it. So my emotions did go really crazy during the 2nd trimester, and the advice never stopped. It continued, but I think I just became numb to it. And after 10 months of being pregnant, now I'm just like, I just welcome it. I'm used to it. I know it's going to continue on with parenthood. So yeah, totally used to it. But at first it was really overwhelming because I've never had that happen in my life before, where, you know, people just assume that you need a ton of help with things, and they're trying to be helpful. But it was overwhelming for me. I also feel like I noticed a lot in the 2nd and 3rd trimester how women, and I'll talk about this more in another video, but I feel like women really try and scare other pregnant women. Like I heard, like, you know, so I would be like 32 weeks pregnant and somebody's like, how are you feeling? And I'd say, I'm feeling really good. I still feel good. I have energy and I'm enjoying it. And they would say, oh, well, it's gonna get horrible. The last few weeks are awful. Like, so many times people told me the last few weeks are awful. It like burned into my brain. And it was horrible because then you're going through your pregnancy waiting for things to get terrible. And like, what kind of mindset is that? And they never really got there. They never really got terrible. I still feel pretty good. I'm still really lucky. So I want to tell you right now, and I'm planning on talking about it more in another video, but if you are pregnant and you are enjoying it and you're feeling good, then embrace that, keep it up, you do you, girl. Don't let the haters bring you down, because they will try. And people who had bad pregnancies will try and share that just to be honest. And like, I know it's coming from a place of like protection, but I also think there's some women out there who want to, like, they had a poor experience and they want to bring other people down because it helps them cope, you know? I've seen that a lot. They want to like share it with you so that you don't go into it thinking it's going to be great. And I just don't understand that. I think we should build each other up. So enjoy it. There's good to be seen too. And yeah, if you're having a good pregnancy or you're feeling pretty good, or if you're scared about the advice or you're scared about labor or whatever it may be, don't let them bring you down. Just you do you, enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. And you get a beautiful little child out of it too. So that's, all right, preaching a little bit, but I had to say it. So one of the things that happened in my second trimester as well is that I was diagnosed with like mild placenta previa. They called it partial placenta previa is what I had. And basically what that means is that your placenta is covering part of your cervix, I think. So I don't know the exact terms, but your placenta is lower, or mine was lower than it needed to be. So say if I went into labor right then, the baby wouldn't have room to come out and I would need to get a C-section because the placenta would be like baby's up here, placenta's down here. It would be blocking him. So I was put on like a medical, I always forget what it's called. I was put on restricted activity, and they found that at my 20-week ultrasound, they found that my placenta was too low. I was put on restricted activity and I couldn't do anything active from weeks 20 to 28. So they were basically like, yeah, we'll check it at the next ultrasound and see if it moved. Usually it moves up on its own, but sometimes it doesn't, and you just have like actual placenta previa. So during weeks 20 through 28, I couldn't like work out. I couldn't do anything super active. You can't do anything strenuous. You can't have sex. You can't like things like that. You can't do. And so, I actually really got out of my fitness routine throughout this pregnancy. I've been really bad about it. Like you guys know me, I was like really into fitness before I got pregnant, and then I tried to keep up with it during my first trimester, but I was pretty bad at it. And I got put on restricted activity and I couldn't work out, and I honestly just never picked it back up. So I haven't worked out in so long. I'm just kind of embracing it at this point, and I'm looking forward to not being pregnant anymore and getting back in my fitness routine, like trying to lose the baby weight but get really healthy as well. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of like soaking it up. I was really lucky that by week 28, when we went back for our ultrasound, that the placenta previa had just cleared up. Like my placenta had moved up all on its own, and there was nothing else we had to worry about. I was taken off restricted activity. I could go back to my usual routine, although I did not go back to working out. And yeah, I got lucky. So that was like a hiccup in the road, but I still was, again, really blessed that it just kind of like took care of itself and it didn't lead into something bigger, because I know for a lot of women it does, and that scared me at the time. So let me know if you have placenta previa and what the experience was like for you throughout the rest of the pregnancy, because I followed some bloggers and things like that that had dealt with that, and it just seems like it's kind of crazy. And I learned, I didn't know, but the placenta, the place that the placenta is formed is based on where the sperm fertilizes the egg. So we must have gotten pregnant, like the sperm must have fertilized the egg pretty low, and then that's where the placenta formed. So it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that, and then that could affect so much later on too. I found a couple products that I loved during my second and third trimester that I wanted to share with you guys. So I tried bump boxes. I can't remember when, but I tried bump boxes. I'll have the video linked down below. I did like an unboxing video. I only got a couple of them, and then I kind of decided it wasn't really worth it, but I did find a couple products in them that I loved. So this line called Glow 9 Organics. So it's called, yeah, Glow 9 Organics. They have like the best like safe pregnancy products. They're made for pregnancy, but obviously they can be used when you're not pregnant too. And they look like this in these little black containers. And this one has been my absolute favorite. This stuff is amazing. So this is a foot and hand scrub, and it's like peppermint scented. As you can tell, I have 2 empty ones here. I went through both of them and it still smells so good. I actually need to buy another one. So I got one, like, see, I went through both completely. I got one in my bump box, used it all up, and then I bought another one and used that all up as well. But what's great about it is that it's a hand and foot scrub, but it's really moisturizing. So I got really dry, itchy skin during my 2nd and early 3rd trimesters, and this stuff saved me. So I use it in the shower, even though it's just for your hands and feet. I used it all over. Like, I used it on my legs, I use it on my arms because I get those like bumps on my arms, on my stomach, like my belly. As it grew, it would get kind of like patchy, and I would use this stuff on my stomach to smooth out the skin. And it's kind of funny because then when I'm doing that, even now when I put lotion on my belly, he'll like move. Like right now he's moving because I'm rubbing my belly. But anyway, so this stuff works so good, and when you get out of the shower, it feels like you already have lotion on. So then when you put lotion on after the shower, it's just like added moisture, and if you forget to put lotion on, you're good to go anyways. Like, it's just really great for dry skin. So I would highly recommend it if you're struggling with dry skin or with itchiness. Try this stuff out and just use it all over. Like, it doesn't have to just be for your hands and feet. It feels great on your hands and feet, but yeah, would highly recommend. I love this stuff. And then they also had a face mask that I found that I got in one of my bump boxes that I liked a lot. So this is their charcoal and natural face and body mask. And this is like a really deep black, oh, the thing came off. It's kind of messy. I'm gonna get this all over. This stuff is really messy to apply, just to let you know. I actually use like a facial brush to brush it on. That way I don't even have to get my fingers in it. But this stuff works so phenomenal for keeping your skin clear and keeping it really smooth. Be careful with it. Only leave it on for like 15 minutes because otherwise it will leave your skin kind of red. At least for me it did. But it works really, really well, and it's all natural, safe for pregnancy, all that good stuff. You know, a lot of times we can't use the same skincare products that we would pre-pregnancy, and this stuff I feel like has kept my skin really clear. It's kept it really smooth. And after I use it, it just feels like it's like glowing. So totally try out this mask. It's definitely worth it, and it's been a favorite of mine throughout the rest of my pregnancy. A couple other products I wanted to mention that I found for dry skin that I loved. I've been using a lot of the Righteous Butter by Soap & Glory. This stuff leaves your skin super buttery smooth, and I've loved it throughout pregnancy, especially for my belly and my arms. Another one I loved has been the Burt's Bees Mama Bee, or Mama Bee Belly Butter. It has shea butter and vitamin E in it. I also went through 2 of these. These are both empty. And you can get it for like $10 on Amazon or at the drugstore, but I use this on my belly. I've been using it pretty consistently since like week 14, and it just keeps my skin so smooth. I have not gotten any stretch marks, which could also be hereditary, but I use this stuff and love it, so would highly recommend. And then this is actually a belly oil that I also got in one of my bump boxes. This is by Belly Beauty, and it's an elasticity belly oil. So it's supposed to protect against stretch marks. It says it has vitamin E, gotu kola, and lavender oil in it. It is an oil, so it's also a little bit messy, but I use it actually on my belly right now. I've been using this a lot over the last couple weeks, primarily because I ran out of this stuff, but this stuff works really well on my belly, and then I actually use it like on my chest and my boobs too, because they are growing massively, and this stuff, I wanna make sure I'm protecting against stretch marks there too. And like I said, I haven't gotten any, so this stuff, it works really well. I like it a lot and would recommend it. So during my 3rd trimester, one of the things that was really fun, actually, as I was transitioning into my 3rd trimester, was that we went home. So I'm originally from Ohio. We went back to Ohio and we had my baby shower. And it was so much fun. My sister-in-law threw it, and we went home for a whole week. We were there for my baby shower, which also was on my husband's 30th birthday. And then I threw him a surprise party that evening too. And it was just awesome. It was fun to dress up. It was fun to like see everybody get excited for our little baby boy, and it was so nice to see family, and it was our last trip home before the baby gets here. So next time we go back, you know, life will be very, very different. And so it was cool to go back and like just see all our friends and family in our hometown. We're from a really small town, and it meant a lot. The trip was so worth it. the one thing I will say is that flying at 28 weeks pregnant was a little bit of a struggle. So I don't know how people do it past that. I honestly give them so much credit because I was really uncomfortable. I wasn't at that uncomfortable point all the time, but on the plane and navigating through the airport itself, I was definitely uncomfortable. So props to you ladies who fly past that. I know you can't fly super late in pregnancy, but I know, you can fly up to like 33 weeks. And yeah, I'm like so impressed by people who do that. So it was crazy. I don't know if I'll fly that late again, just cause it was pretty uncomfortable, but it was so worth going home, and especially for that time. Plus it was in February and we hadn't seen snow in years. Like we moved to California 4.5 years ago and almost 5 years ago. No, 4.5, and have not seen snow since. So it was like a winter wonderland. It was super cool being back in the snow too. We also moved at the beginning of my 3rd trimester, so it was a crazy time because we went home for the baby shower, we came back, we literally got the keys our very first day home from Ohio, and then we moved like the next weekend. So I have a whole empty home tour video that I'll have linked down below if you want to check it out, and then I have some home decor videos coming as well. But yeah, we moved into a bigger space just so that we could have a nursery and we could have a little bit more of like a family-friendly home. We were in a 2-bedroom condo, and now we're in a 3-bedroom. I think it's a condo, but we're in a 3-bedroom now, so I can still have like my home office. We still have the nursery, which is fully decorated and it looks gorgeous. I am so happy with the way our nursery turned out, and I actually just uploaded my nursery tour video, so I'll have that link down below for you guys as well. Check it out. It's like obviously a baby boy's nursery tour because we're having a boy, but it's really gender neutral. I feel like all the things in there would work for a baby girl super easily as well. So yeah, I was really, really happy with the way our nursery turned out, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I do have an entire video on it, but it's like so much fun having his own room for him. I also found a couple teas I really loved in my 3rd trimester that I wanted to share with you. This one my mom got me, and it's just the Earth Mama like 3rd trimester tea. It's kind of minty in a way. Yeah, it says it's herb mint. It's got a little bit of that red raspberry leaf in it stuff, and I've been drinking it really regularly. She got me 2 boxes and I'm almost all the way through my 2nd one, so just wanted to share that. And then I also got this organic pregnancy tea just by Traditional Medicinals. You can get this at the drugstore. I think I got it at Ralph's or something like that. But I really like this because it also has raspberry leaf in it. So I've been drinking these a lot, especially over the last couple weeks, trying to like thin out that cervix, you know what I'm saying? I would highly recommend either one of these during your 3rd trimester, or this one just during pregnancy in general too. Whew, this is a long video. I'm sorry guys, I am a talker. I'm trying not to be, but I am. During the 3rd trimester, once we moved to, we also got everything set up. So like, as you see, I've got my body pillow behind me. That's like my must have. I can't sleep without it. I have the bassinet right in front of me. I wish I could like show, you can see a little bit of it right there. I mean, we are like good to go. So I'm planning on doing a couple videos with like the things I bought for baby, like, my go-to pregnancy essentials, stuff like the body pillow and some of the other products I've loved. But let me know any other pregnancy videos you'd like to see as well, because I want to make sure I'm making those for you guys too. Then the very last thing I want to talk about in this video that I did during the 3rd trimester is that we went and we got a 4D ultrasound. So I stopped getting ultrasounds at 27, 28 weeks. Whenever I went back to get checked for that Placenta Previa, that was my last ultrasound, and I was 7 months along then, and now that was 3 months ago. So we were like, okay, we cannot wait any longer to see our baby boy. We're so excited to meet him. And so at 35 weeks, we went and got just like an elective 4D ultrasound. I'm located in Southern California, and the place we went was awesome. I'll have the information linked down below. It's not sponsored or anything. We just found it, and I would highly recommend because the experience was like amazing. The room was super spa-like. It felt like really relaxing, and because it wasn't like a medical appointment, we got to watch him a lot. So it was super cool to see him actually moving in there. He was in there practicing sucking. He was playing with the umbilical cord. He was like licking the umbilical cord. It was so funny. The ultrasound tech said that the umbilical cord like hangs there, and then they become so used to it because they've been around it for so long that it's almost like entertainment, but also it's really comforting to them, kind of like a blankie. So he would like take the umbilical cord, put it up to his face, which I think there's a picture here. Maybe not, but these are what the ultrasounds looked like. Hopefully it'll focus. So you can see him, like, he's got these big chubby cheeks, and he was sticking his tongue out and playing. He kept putting his hand up by his face. Here's his like chubby cheeks again. There's him like just putting his hand by his face and like rubbing his eye. Oh my gosh, they're just like so cute. So I would highly recommend going to check out this place if you're interested in doing an elective ultrasound. I know people don't like to do too many extra ultrasounds, but I just wanted to do one while he was big and while he was developed, and I've just been so eager and excited to meet him. So this thing was super cool. We also got this whole strip of black and white photos, plus we got 4 colored printed out photos. So they add a little bit of color to it to make it look like skin, and we got actual printed like, printouts of them so that we could frame them too, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, so that is the end of this third trimester recap video. I'm sorry it went a little bit longer than I originally intended to, but I just had so much good stuff I wanted to share with you guys. I cannot believe I'm already at the end of my pregnancy, and it makes me want to cry just thinking about it because it has been such a beautiful experience. So let me know any other pregnancy videos you'd like to see, like, anything else. I'll have a vlog, I'll have like hopefully a labor and delivery video, stuff like that. So lots more to come from me. Again, if you like this, I'd love if you subscribed and gave it a thumbs up, and I'd love to see you back at my next video too. So wish me luck with labor. I can't wait to share our little boy with you and share his name and all that good stuff. Lots and lots and lots to come soon. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.